hello, 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 hello. How's it going, everybody? I just realized, A, I have not moved my mic. B, I have not of the Hi everyone. Hello, hello. I've not started the game. But I have, because this is what I spent my time doing. I have found a banging playlist to play while we play Jump King. So we're gonna turn music off. How's it going, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. Hi, SCP. Hello, Kanako. Hello, Naftari. Hello, Papa. We're gonna be playing some Jump King because I kind of said I would. We're gonna get straight into it. I have done some research. I've done some practice runs. Not finished the game. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, listen to some of my favorite sound. Might want to shift the gameplay over. Okay! Just don't rage game. That's true. There we go. And I'll move you guys over. No. Come on, guys. Where are my guys? Guys, where are you? How's it going, chat? I'm gonna move you guys over. There we go. There we go. Much better. I'll try not to rage game. I'm sure I'll be fine. I had kind of gotten it down. Obviously, that is no longer the case. Oh, I was like, so, I'll lay down some ground rules about this game. Which is, I will not be... See, I learn. I'm learning stuff. Look at me, I'm so freaking smart. I'm so freaking smart, chat. I'm so intelligent. It's a little bit scary how intelligent I am. It's almost scary how good I am. I should be able to just full jump. Yeah. And then if I go to the edge, I should be able to just full jump. No, I can't full jump. Okay, good to know. Cool. That's not how I do that. Epic. Oh, I'm so epic. So, ground rules. I will not be finishing this game in one sitting. I know I said I would complete the game. I will not be finishing it in one sitting. I will stream my normal amount of time. Two, I get to play the music. I have the aux, so this is what we're listening to. Because I need something that's going to keep me going. Scammed? Not scammed. I will finish the game on stream, which is what I said I would do. And what we're listening to sounds like anti-music. No! No! We're listening to soundtrack music from one of my favorite game series of all time. I've been listening to this today on my way home, and I was like, hey, I should listen to this while I stream. A bulk streamer? I'm not a bulk streamer. How dare. Frick. At what point do I intuitively know how far I have to jump for something? That's not how far I need to jump for that. No! I feel like I can intuit. I feel like there must be a moment where I become one with the Jump King. I feel like... Nope. Right. I kind of forgot I was streaming for a moment. I was like, hi Dan, how's it going? I'm so like focused, I'm like locked in, I'm like, I should do one of those streams where I'm mute. Like, I've seen people do that before where they're like just working on something and they're just muted. But like for you guys, I'm a little upset about the anti-music comment. That seems kind of boring. I mean, I think it's chill for some people. Some people just like watching and hanging out with people. I wouldn't, because I yap too much. I'm a yapper. Frick, 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 frick. I will consider this stream a success if I get to like... I will consider this stream a success if I get to like the next part of the game. Do you know what I mean? Like if I get that far, that's a success for me. Splat. Hello, Frey. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the stream. So today, to actually to master my Jump King skills, you can consider it a success if you don't end up all the way at the bottom again. I will not. I will almost certainly end up at the bottom again. But to be fair, no! But to be fair, it's a hard game, and I'm not very good at difficult games. You see me play Elden Ring? You think that that's a good game? You think that's great gameplay? You think that that's peak? Ah! I'm trying not to get ragey because it's technically not the bottom. Still not the bottom. Quinn has beat this game, so you can't. You'll have to live with that forever. I don't. That's not fair. I'm not. That has incensed me a little bit. I'm like, Can I cope with that? Can I cope with that shame? I don't watch any streamer play Soulsborne games. You're missing out. There's some great content out there. some of my favorite content. I love watching people play Soulsborne games. Okay. 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 It'll be okay. It'll be okay! Fine. Right, I can just, like, full jump that. I know this is risky business, but... Can I do that? Can I? No. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. I don't know how many times I can make the same jump and expect a slightly different result. Right. Okay. Like, I feel like... No? I feel like we're jumping up there. Okay. And what's that way? Right. There's no point really going that way. Maybe we could... No. Maybe we could... No. I'm now stuck. I'm like, I don't really know what to do. Oh! I did it. Chat, I'm doing it. I'm gaming! I'm gaming so hard right now! No! That's fine. Where do we go from here? Where do we go now? We go across. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Sonic. Ooh, Sonic. This game would have been legendary in the days of Flash games? Yeah, I think it would have. I mean, what was legendary in Flash games? Club Penguin? Amount of Flash games? Bug on a Wire? I'm running low on Flash games immediately. Right. And then we full jump that way. And we kind of full jump this way? No, we do just full jump that way. Okay, Peppa, you've got this. Guys, do you think I'm gonna get to the next stage? The next, like, level before... today? just today. No. Okay. Great, we have faith in me. Fuck a dog! Okay. I need to stop full jumping there. I don't know why I'm doing that. I could do like a little meter. You know what I mean? That shows how far I've gone jump-wise so that I can remember in my head. Oh, I went like 3/4. I went like half. I went like full. I'm not gonna lie. I got no idea where we go after I've done this jump. Why did I fucked myself there. I just, why did I do that? Okay, how do I get out? Chat, look! You were all wrong! I got to the next bit! I fell! I fell! Fine. Fine. It's fine. Oh. Have a look. This music is so dramatic for what I'm doing. Frick. I should have set up like a splat counter or something. But that would have taken me way too much time. No! Oh man, this music's so psyching me out. There is music playing. Or is it... I can see music on my desktop playing. Can you guys not hear my music? Because if not, that's weird. Like if I say silent. Okay. I've just received in mod chat. They can hear it. I mean, I can turn it up. I had a guide up for this earlier. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. This game always makes me want to play Shovel Knight. And I don't know why, because they're like not even remotely the same game. But in my head I'm like, I should play Shovel Knight. If I play Shovel Knight for a bit, can I claim that I played Jump King? Well, that was weird. Do I not normally do it that way? I feel like I do. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why one of them... I don't know what I'm doing, chat. You ever noticed that? Woo! No! Okay. We can do this. I've done it once before. I can definitely do it again. I've done it once before. I can definitely do it again. I've done it once before. I can definitely do it again. Alright. Sometimes it's easier to just go down where I know the jump than try and fandangle a new jump. Ah! Right, I need to stop trying to full... Ah! I need to stop trying to full jump there. I can full jump here. I like full jumping because it means I know where I know how to do it. Does that make sense? Like I know when I get down to it, I'm like, oh, I can just full jump here. Ah! I feel like this man must be in a lot of pain. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm kinging it up. Right. Hold on. Right. And then whap. And then whap. How did I do that last time? I'm realizing I don't know how I did that. I think me getting there is like a fluke. Hop. Hop. 10 hours and still at this level? Fuck. Fuck. How's everyone's week been anyway? While I suffer. And I suffer tomorrow as well, because I'm on my stupid hot sauce stream. And I've ordered the hot sauces now, so it's definitely happening. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do the hoppies? I don't know how I did the hoppies before. I feel like I'm hopping from the wrong spot, but that can't be true. "10 years later." I don't know why I can't read. Oh, that's how I did it before. That's rude. Okay. I do love Kirby though. That at my local HMV, here in the UK, and you know what that kind of thing is. They're selling like a knitted Kirby plushie, and every time I go in there, I'm like, damn, I want this Kirby plushie. I have no Kirby stuff in my house. That's unbelievable for me. First of all, I love Kirby, and second of all, he's the cutest. What a cutie patootie. Well, that's just not how you do that. feel like I just want to, like... I want to finish this just so I can say I've done it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm at that point where I just, like... It doesn't even annoy me anymore. It's just like this thing in the back of my mind where I'm like, I can beat Jump King. If I try hard enough, I know I can. Just for bragging rights? I don't think I want to do it for bragging rights. I just want to do it because I know I can. You know, I'd be able to beat Jump King? My mum. My mum's like crazy at platformer games. She's actually cracked when it comes to platformers. I did not inherit that from her. I wish I had. My brother's quite good at video games as well. But that's just not how you do that. This stream is evidence of the contrary in regards to your capacity to complete it. It's been half an hour! I feel like I can manage it. And I've made progress. Making less progress. Making less progress. Here we go. Alright. I had to do some moderating. I'm not gonna lie, 7TV is really good for like emotes and stuff, but I feel like I like 7TV most for being able to just drag a message across and delete it immediately. Like the moderation tools on 7TV are just really good. I wish I could just play copyrighted music on stream. This is because I was listening to Asian Kung Fu Generation before I came on, which is like my favorite Japanese band. And my brain is like, oh, I wish I was listening to that still. Right. Was this a full jump? It's not a full jump. Like a half jump. Right. I lock it. No! I keep doing too much of a jump there, which is fine. This music is so intense for me just hopping up Jump King. Not that way. I keep feeling I'm about to hit my head. Too high. I think I think I just don't want this game hanging over my head anymore. Oops. We go. Cool. Hop. Bop. Jump. Yup. Yep. 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 Nope. Yup. I think not getting stressed when I go to the bottom is probably a good call. Nope. I'm trying to be as zen as possible. I feel like my raginess can get the better of me, and then I end up hecking up. Oh! Oh! So if I just make silly noises and just concentrate. I have no idea what kind of hot sauce I've ordered, by the way. My husband was ordering something off Amazon, so I just asked him to grab me some hot sauce. So it will be a collection, apparently, of different hot sauces going up in heat. And I don't really know how I'm going to do it. Apparently, I think I might do a hand cam for it. But I don't really know. I haven't really figured it out yet. I kind of said I would do it, and now I'm having to work backwards to try and work out what the hell I'm doing. And how I'm going to make it last for 2 hours. So, you know. No! Putting on food or eating it from a spoon? I don't know. I'd see we were going to do chicken tendies, but I can't do it. I can't have chicken tendies on my diet, so I don't really know. Oh, okay. My husband's just written chicken drumsticks in to me. Okay. He apparently can hear me discussing this. Just saw the notification come through on my phone that just said chicken drumsticks. But yeah, I can't have chicken tendies on my diet because I can't have bread. So I can't have breaded chicken. Instead of chicken drumsticks, I wonder if I could like have bits of chicken. Like chicken chunks or something. Because I don't really want to have drumsticks because they're going to be wet on my hands and then I'll have a little freak out if I need to touch anything else. We'll work it out. We'll work out something. I've just realized I've got food at work that's going to go off. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. Oops. Oops. I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. It's like... I need to work out a way to make it interesting to watch. And I'm also need to work out how much this is going to affect my diet. Because I have only certain allowances for carbs a day, so I'm trying to work out in my head, like, am I going to go over that allowance tomorrow? Am I going to be okay? Make it a punishment game or something? Yeah. I don't know. I need to be sure that it's going to be something that will mean I eat all of them, right? Every time you fall in Jump King. I am not playing more Jump King tomorrow. That is simply not happening. Those have to just be a weekly thing until I beat it. Oh no! I could always mix it with my you laugh, you lose stuff, but... Oh, okay. I feel like I could have done that if I'd been smart. Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, I could do a you laugh, you lose thing, but my worry is that if I don't... Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be putting Em and my husband in charge of my you laugh, you lose compilation thing that I'm gonna react to. Because I feel like if I get like a random one, I might not laugh. I feel like if it's curated to me, and by the way, I'll say it now, before they even think about it, no beaker. Because that's cheating, and you know it's cheating, and I cannot and will not watch a compilation where I know beaker might show up. But I feel like they know me best in terms of what makes me laugh. That's just depressing. Oh my god. I think my thing is... I get worse the more I play this game as well. I feel like I make no progress because I just get progressively worse. I've done a condiment tasting before. Where me and Lauren blind tested condiments on stream. I don't think that stream is up anymore. Because I think it was on Twitch, and I think it was when I wasn't actually saving VODs properly. But that was fun. But I had Lauren there, so that was, like, helpful. I have no one to do this with me. Right. Oh, no! Oh, no! I wonder who the worst Jump King player is. It's not me, chat. Before you type, oh, it's you, Pepper. Pepper, huge news. You're the worst Jump King streamer. It's not me. It can't possibly be me. There must be someone who's worse than me, right? That would bring me much comfort in life if I knew that. Bow! Woo! How did I do this jump? I just don't remember how I did this. Oh! Oh! That was so easy. That was so it's just another skippy. Oh, I was overthinking it the entire time. It's just another skippy. Of course it is. Look how tight the ceiling is. It has to be a skippy. It's depressing. Oh my god. I'm coming up with lots of technical names for these jumps, so if you guys get confused, just ask me and I'll explain them. I need to stop laughing. I think I've said this before. I watched one of my streams back to try and find a clip of something, and I have realized how much I laugh because every time I skip forward to something, I'm laughing about something stupid. And no one is laughing at my streams as much as I am. And part of me is like, is it a nervous laugh that I'm doing, or is it like just a normal ass laugh? And I think it's just a normal ass laugh. I think I'm just happy. I don't know. But I was self-conscious, so I was like, fuck, I'm laughing so much. Ah! Ah! No! What happened to Pepper makes weird noises for 2 hours? Ah! I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not raging. I mean, that's most streamers when they play Jump King. I mean, I'm trying to not do that though. I'm not your average streamer, Dan. I'm better. Oh my god! Never mind. I'm stupid. I am stupid. I am the Ferrari. Oh my god, we need to talk about Formula 1. And by we, I mean I. And by we, I mean you're listening to me talk about Formula 1. That could be a great ASMR. I just whisper Formula 1 facts in your ear for 2 hours. I'm not going to do ASMR, by the way. ASMR is an art form that I have never worked out, right? I've never been, like, I've watched ASMR streams, but I've never worked out how that art works, if that makes sense. I don't even know if I have the correct mic to do an ASMR stream. Because when you do ASMR properly, that shit is expensive. Those mics are like 9 grand. And Papa would be able to tell me the correct amount for like one of the ear mics, but they are like fucking expensive. It's just typed in mod channel. We can do it. No, I don't think I want to inflict that on other people. Me whispering Ferrari fact. Not Ferrari. Fucking hell. Formula 1 fact in your ear. But let's talk about Formula 1. Franco Colapinto is now driving for Alpine. And somehow that is not the most interesting news. Their team principal left, which was like fine. Like they get rid of it. They've had 3 team principals in 18 months. Alpine are a shit show. Fine. But like, oh my god. You've got a... Really? You do? Okay. But like... we all thought, so there's a guy called Flavio Briatore. Let me tell you about Flavio Briatore. He has been involved in 3 of the biggest scandals in Formula One. And most importantly, in 2008, he was involved in Crashgate. What was Crashgate? Crashgate was when, basically, there was a driver called Nelson Piquet Jr. He's the son of world champion Nelson Piquet Sr., presumably now. And he was racing for Renault. And they told him, you're out unless you help us get Alonso to win this race. Because they realized, partway through a race, that basically their plan was to get Alonso far enough in front that he would be able to secure the win if a safety car was called because other cars had pitted or something like that. I can't remember specific. And so they gave him the order over the team radio in code, because team radio is monitored, to crash the car. So he just drives into the wall and crashes the car. And they say, Nelson Piquet Jr., you can keep your job. Fine. Except a year later, they sack him. I don't know why. I have no idea why. He wasn't great. But, obviously, what he then did was he then went to the press. He said, look, I crashed my car on purpose that day to save my ass. Because they were saying to me that I couldn't keep my car, my seat in Formula One, as they call it, unless I crashed the car and helped Alonso win this race. They spoke to Flavio Briatore, who was like, sure, yeah, that's what happened. I don't think he really hit it. He just eventually was like, yeah, that's what happened. And Flavio got a lifetime ban. So, fast forward 17 years later, the French courts overturn his lifelong ban and turn it into, I guess, a 17-year-old ban. So he then joins Alpine, the only French team on the board, on the grid. And he's just an executive advisor. But nobody likes him because he's shady as shit and he's awful as a person. He sucks as a human being. So no one likes him. So when their team principal, Oliver Oakes, announces that he's leaving, everyone's like, okay, that makes sense. I get it. You're team principal. You're the guy. You're gonna go, kind of thing. Everyone assumed, because they then sacked Jack Doohan the next day, who is the Alpine driver. They sacked Jack Doohan the next day and replaced him with a guy called Franco Colapinto, who's an Argentinian driver that everyone likes. So, everyone blamed Flavio Briatore, and they were like, Oliver fell on his sword, man. He just didn't want to sack Doohan. He clearly believed in the guy, and he didn't want to sack Doohan and replace him with Franco Colapinto. Right. I believed that. That was what I assumed when I read it, and it looked like a graduation post, like a VTuber graduation post, to the point where my husband looked over when I was reading the sacking of Oliver Oakes, and he looked over and he was like, oh, which VTuber's graduating now? And I was like, honey, no. No VTuber is graduating. A team principal has left. So I assumed that was the thing too. I went to work today and I was like, wow, I guess Oliver Oakes fell on his sword, didn't want to sack Jack Doohan. Normal stuff. That stuff happens in Formula One a lot. Turns out, William Oakes, Oliver Oakes' younger brother, I presume younger, because he's 31, was arrested with a buttload of money at at one of the British racing tracks called Silverstone. It's like the British racing track, really. It's where the British Grand Prix is. So, he gets arrested with a fuck ton of money. And that's pretty much how they wrote it in the police report. Fuck ton of money. So he's arrested with a fuck ton of money. And it turns out that their team, High Tech, which Oliver Oakes previously was the director of, and then when he left, his brother took over as the director, is owned by Russian oligarchs called the Mazepins, who also have been in Formula One, but then got kicked out in 2022. For reasons that would be obvious if you know what was happening in Russia in 2022. So They got kicked out, so they left it high tech to the Oaks, and the Oaks have a offshore account that the Mazepins gave them all of their shares in high tech. So now it turns out that they've been colluding with the Mazepins, and Oliver Oaks resigned after his brother was arrested and has disappeared in Dubai. He flew to Dubai from Miami after the race, and no one knows where he is. And I'm like, talk about burying the lead. I feel like we should have heard about the William Oaks arresting like ages ago when it happened last Thursday. So yeah, that's and even one of my work friends, I'm not really allowed to talk about Formula 1 at work because nobody wants to hear it, and I realize nobody wants to hear it in chat either. But I was like, what if I tell you it's really interesting? Was my comment to my friend, and they were like, fine. And I was like, cool. I explained the whole situation. She was like, oh my God. And I'm like, this is so weird. Oh, corruption in Formula 1 is rife. I will say that. I don't like to admit this, but you know, it's a corrupt sport in many ways. I don't like to admit it because obviously it's my favorite sport. But I will admit that there's a lot of shady business that happens in Formula 1. Every sport is corrupt. Probably. I just feel like Formula 1 is more open with its corruptness. And we got things like paid drivers as well. So drivers that are only there because they have a lot of money and their companies are, and they've been paid a lot to appear in those teams. So some of them are good. Oliver Behrman is actually a paid driver. Let's be real here. His father owns one of the major sponsors of his own team. However, some of them are crap. So some of them are Lance Stroll, whose father bought a controlling share in Aston Martin just to give his son a seat. Which is insane. It's absolutely ungodly the amount of money the Strolls have. And, you know, the Strolls used to pay drivers to... They used to pay very good drivers to drive alongside Lance Stroll. And then those very good drivers were told, your job is that when we tell you to, you swap places with Stroll, with Lance. Hi, Erin dear. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How have you been? How's your week been? I haven't really spoken to anyone since Monday. But yeah, the whole setup at when Lance was in F4 and F3 was that talented drivers moved out of the way for Lance, and that's how he won F4 and F3. How am I? I'm good. I'm good. I'm tired. But I'm doing okay, I think. I found out I can drink ginger beer. For those of you not up to date with my diet, I'm on quite an extreme diet. But I found out I can drink ginger beer. I'm only allowed 20 grams of carbs a day. Basically, it's my diet. I'm gonna get my ginger beer. But yeah, I found out I can drink ginger beer. Yay! So I'm excited about that. Because, you know, it's different. After a while, I'm like, I'm craving something different. I'm pretty sure I went over that today. So I feel bad, but I'll be okay. I'll live. Craziest thing is my side no longer hurts. I don't know if I've discussed it much on stream, but the craziest thing about my whole diet shenanigans, that is the wrong controller. I'm not used to spicy drink. It just doesn't feel right. Ginger beer is lovely. I will say it's It probably takes some getting used to. I've drunk ginger beer pretty much most of my life because it's good for your tummy. It's very good for your stomach, ginger. So whenever I used to feel unwell, which as a child was frequently, my mum always used to give me ginger beer to drink. Stale ginger beer as well. She used to get a metal spoon. She used to stir all of the bubbles out. So I have a lot of ginger tastes like soap. Maybe. I quite like soap. That didn't work that time. Why didn't that work? Did I hold it down slightly too long? That would make sense. I think coriander tastes like soap. I've got that genetic. I've got that gene. Because my brother also has the gene where his where coriander tastes like, or what's the American term for it? Cilantro. Tastes like soap. So it must be genetic. Whee! But yeah, now we have an Argentinian driver, which is cool. I won't deny that. I think that I've got no issue with Franco Colapinto being in the sport. He was very good when he was at Williams for like 6 races, even though he crashed a lot. But to be fair, he was a rookie. Rookies just crash a lot. But he was a rookie who scored points, so like, which is rare, by the way. I'm okay. I think my favorite drink, talking about rally, F1, Formula 1. Formula 1 is my favorite sport. I don't watch much rally. My husband quite likes, well, he likes bikes. His uncle rode bikes, like sports bikes, like raced sports bikes. So my husband likes bikes. And I think WRC, maybe? Is that World Rally? Or was it Grand Touring? Maybe he likes touring. I think he likes touring cars. But he tolerates Formula 1 for me, seemingly. Because if you think I'm unbearable on stream talking about Formula 1, imagine day-to-day life with me. Imagine you're watching races with me. You know the main reason I won't stream my watch-alongs of races is because when Carlos Sainz crashed last year in Azerbaijan, I screamed so loud I blew my vocal cord. I am passionate and I get so overexcited that sometimes my husband's like, calm down. Like, I'll be like lean forward on the sofa being like, come on, Lando! Come on, Lando! It's a little bit sad. He's not even my favorite driver. That's the insane thing about. I think for me, like, this year we were told was going to be Lando's year. He was going to become a world champion this year. And he showed all the hallmarks for doing it. And then he did, and he's no longer. Sports bike drivers are insane in competition. It's great. I saw a guy killing a bird with a headbutt in a race. Crazy. I watched this one clip of this guy. I think his name's Mohsen Mohsen. Is that his name? I think that's his name. And his bike broke down during qualifying. He gets off the bike, runs to the pit lane, grabs his spare bike, gets out onto the spare bike with one lap to spare for qualifying, and then puts in the best time and is in pole position. Absolutely insane. Insane. I was watching it being like, I know barely anything about MotoGP. This is just impressive. I mean, the fact they have spare bikes is crazy to me. Like, Formula 1 does not have spare cars. The idea that you would have a spare, like, those cars cost like 40 million to build. The idea you'd have a spare one sitting around would be insane to me. Oh! Ooh! How's it? Yes, that's how we do it. Oh, no! Don't they change the engine? Not at each run. You only have a certain amount of power units and engines and things that you can exchange during the race. Obviously, tires are changed sort of frequently. Front wings are also pretty expendable. So... There's apparently a Formula 1 driver who's been testing rally cars. And everyone assumed it was Lando because Lando's a huge fan of rally. He's quite outspoken about his love of rally. But apparently he's not allowed to race rally cars. This comes back to there was a horrific crash. I've never watched it. There was a horrific crash with a Polish driver called Kubica. I always called him Kubica because that's how it's written, but I think it's Kubica. I'm not very good with my Polish. Max is speedy boy, Ferrari equals bad. Yeah, Ferrari are bad. Ferrari are hilarious. Ferrari are hilariously bad. My favorite Ferrari quote, and I nearly bought a mug that has it on it, was Charles Leclerc's on the radio. And he's like, "My seat is full of water, like full of water." And the engineer on the other end just goes, "Must be the water." Just like, okay. Okay. We'll come back to you is another very famous Ferrari thing. So when you're going 180 miles per hour down a road and you're deciding you're trying to make like a decision that would impact your race massively, and laps are only like a minute and a half. Every minute is precious. So that's like another minute the tires have been going. That's another minute the car's been going. But Ferrari have this attitude of where like one of the drivers will be like, "I think we need to swap positions or something." And they'll go, "We'll get back to you on that." And then they'll wait like 4 or 5 laps. And in Formula 1, that's like 1/10 of the race. So... So, that's always funny. Always funny to hear some of the Ferrari shit that they come out with, because it's so bad. I mean, Lewis Hamilton, one of the greatest drivers of all time, has gone to Ferrari this season. Replaced my favorite driver. Sure. And I think he thought that going to Ferrari was going to be very different to how it's turned out. Because, oh my god, when they took like 5 laps the other day to work out whether they're going to swap Lewis and Charles, they went back to Lewis and they were like, "Lewis, we're going to swap positions." And then Lewis is like, "Why don't you make a fucking cup of tea while you're at it?" Which, yeah, wouldn't have happened in Mercedes. Mercedes is a well-oiled machine. If you go to Ferrari, it means you're close to retiring. Yeah, unless you're Charles Leclerc, going to Ferrari just means you're retiring. It's like, if you're a driver, Ferrari is one of the greatest teams of all time. You wouldn't believe it, but they are. And so the idea is you go to Ferrari because you want to race for the most iconic team of all time. Is Charles Leclerc good? He is great. Charles Leclerc is an amazing driver. I argue that I think that if Ferrari knew how to manage a team, Charles Leclerc would be a world champion by now. I genuinely think he's that good. I think that Charles Leclerc is an amazing driver who is fucked over by Ferrari's crazy decisions so often. I mean, what, you've got the infamous box, 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 which means come into the pit. Which, by the way, huge thing in Formula 1. Pit stops are massive strategically. You have to do at least one a race. So you have to time it perfectly to either undercut or overcut another driver or make sure you come out safely. So they say box, 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 box. Charles Leclerc comes in. As he enters the pit lane, and you can't just drive out the pit lane, and you have to go, like, I think 60 miles per hour down the pit lane, so really slow. They say box, 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 box. He comes in, and then as he enters the pit lane, they go, no, stay out. We don't have the tires ready for you. Oh my god. I've never seen a team do something like that before. It's insane. Absolutely fucked Charles Leclerc's race that day. I don't know who at Ferrari hates Charles Leclerc, but the whole fucking job is to be. Someone on the pit wall had told him to pit and then not told the pit wall that Charles Leclerc was coming in. The whole job of the person at the pit wall is to say, right, we need to get ready to box. I'll tell the pit crew, I'll tell the driver to come in. No one did it. No one did it. And so you've got Charles Leclerc, box, 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 box. No, stay out. Oh, so funny. One guy got fired that day. You would think so, but they didn't. That's the thing with Ferrari. You'd think so, but no. Oh, that went horribly. That's fine. Talking about Formula 1 is keeping my spirits up when I fall. Yeah, I'm just here to chill. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I know why Charles has stayed at Ferrari his entire career, but he needs to not. If I was Charles' manager, I'd have told him to not. Oh. But yeah, the car's not even that fast either. The car sucks. But don't you have some requirements to meet to join Formula? So you need to have what's called a super license, and you need to be sort of accredited for that. You need to spend a certain amount of time. It's kind of like getting a pilot's license. You need to have a certain amount of time in a car of the caliber of a Formula 1 car or a Formula 2 car in order to qualify to get into Formula 1. But anyone could get a super license effectively. They just need to have access to that high level of machinery. Oh, for the team? No, not really. You just have money. I mean, it has to be approved by the FIA, but that's kind of it. Like, we got a new team joining next year, Cadillac. And they've been trying to join for ages as a team with a driver called Andretti, who was a Formula 1 driver himself. He set up a team, and seemingly the FIA just fucking hate the guy because they only agreed to let Cadillac in if they dropped the Andretti name and basically told him he couldn't be team principal. No idea why. I'm sure he hasn't shook the right hands, or I haven't read anything that suggests that he was involved in anything dodgy, so I can full jump there and the FIA isn't funny. The FIA is insane. The FIA stand for something French. I don't remember what the full French title for the FIA is. Bruh. But it's something crazy. Are the regulators for nice fall? Thank you. The FIA are the regulators for all automobile sports. So anything that involves driving a car really fast around a track, tends to be FIA regulated. Just because you need to. I got nothing wrong with the FIA existing as a body. I just think that it's extremely corrupt. That said, Carlos Sainz, my favorite driver, his dad has said he might run to be FIA president. So, I don't know how I feel about that yet, because I think that it's strange to do while your son still drives a Formula 1 car himself. And apparently they've said that they've spoken about it and they're chill about it, but like, I just think that it's a strange situation. Like, I wouldn't work for my mum. That'd be weird. Not that she works anymore, she's retired. Mama Yarrow retired 2 years ago? She retired early. Oh, that was a bad one. Yeah, it is true that, like... So, like, the current shenanigans is that they think that the McLaren front wing, and I swear to God, this has been a hot topic of conversation for ages now, they think the McLaren front wing flexes too much. You're only allowed a certain amount of flexing, and apparently McLaren do that too much. And, like, that genuinely has been a massive topic of conversation amongst all of Formula 1 and all of the Twitter posts about it. And there was videos of, like, people recording the flexing on the wing and being like, how is this allowed? And it's like, bro, get a life. Oh, that was quite a bad one. I suppose I say that as a McLaren fan. Like, to me... But McLaren are 30 seconds faster than any other car on the field at the last race. So I feel like it's not just the wing. I know the whole sport is about going faster. I can see your confusion there at why going too fast is apparently an issue for other drivers. But there's also a lot of bitching. Formula 1 is full of people that love to bitch. Whether it be team principals themselves bitching about other team principals, including my favorite a few years ago where Toto Wolff, who is the cool name by the way, Toto Wolff, amazing name. He's the team principal of Mercedes. He has this discussion with Christian Horner at a press event, and he says the car sucks. And your car sucked at Red Bull. And Christian Horner's like, worry about your own fucking drivers. And then there's like, no, Checo's been telling me the car sucks. I have the text messages from Checo. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? So yeah, it's just full of people who cry. People, if you enjoy bitching about something that actually makes no difference to your life, Formula 1 is the sport. Ooh, that didn't go well. Like, I get it, I'm a McLaren fan. I have a bias towards McLaren. That said, is this the whole car thing that you like, or really only Formula 1? I like cars in general. So pretty much all of my well, most of the men in my family work in cars. So my brother Salt went into cars when he was 16. He's worked for major car manufacturers since. He's worked for General Motors, he's worked for Jaguar, so he's worked for, so cars has sort of always been a thing. My mum's big into cars. My grandfather worked for Ford, as I think most grandfathers did for some reason. So I've always liked cars. It's just not really something I ever really discussed on stream previously, or I sort of didn't really discuss it at all. I do. My husband likes cars as well. Not like fanatically, but we talk about cars from time to time. So for me, like, I've been to places like the British Motor Show. My brother took me there. He got like cheap tickets from where he worked. So he woke me up in the morning and he was like, Pepper, we're going to the British Motor Show today. And I was like, amazing. It was so cool. So yeah, it's not just Formula 1 that I like. When I was a kid, I always used to play car toys as well. When I was a kid, I wanted a Bugatti Veyron, and then incels have ruined Bugatti Veyrons for me, which is very upsetting. What colour's your Bugatti Veyron? And it's like, oh my god. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You've ruined my favourite car! So I've had to get another favourite car. I've always been a fan of the, like, the 2008-ish Lamborghini Murcielago. The Spider's really cool as well. There's a bright green Lambo that drives around where I live. That's sick. I love seeing that car. There's a Caterham that drives around me as well. The Caterham is cool. That is a cool-ass car. It's like a build-it-yourself car kit. Really sick. But yeah, I don't know ways. Like, I've always loved car games as well. I just don't play any on stream. A lot of them have licensed music in them, so I've always been like scared to. I have never worked out this jump. This jump is like confusing to me. Well, it's not that, that's for sure. Oh, no! Aw, thank you. I realized, I think... I was like, alright, I still need to film some Pepper on Pole content. I've been putting it off because I'm scared of editing. I'll tell you the truth, chat. I am awful when it comes to video editing. It stresses me out. I hate it. I get no joy from video editing. And you know what the suckiest thing is? My YouTube channel and my content would be 1,000 times better if I put up edited clips as well. Like, I know that. I'm fully aware of the things I need to do to improve my content. Stream more. Be consistent. Edit my content and make sure I've got like edited highlights and things like that. I have 2 edited highlights on my channel and that is it. I hate video editing. And I know how important it is, but I hate doing it. And I know that Empire and things like that have been trying to find ways of like streamlining editing for me to make it easier because I really want to do the Pepper on Pole stuff. But the problem is Pepper on Pole needs to be edited. And when I think about video editing, want to die. I'm quite happy recording everything. I'm happy to record anything and everything. I'm happy to sit in front of a camera and do it. I'm happy to sit on stream and just yap into a stream. I'm happy to sing. I'm happy to do anything except video editing. And I've been putting it off solely because I think that video editing destroys my soul a little bit. That Kyofu, have I considered hiring an editor? I just don't have the funds. That's the thing. If I had the funds to hire an editor, I would do it any day. Like, the first thing I would ever do if I started making good money on Twitch is I would hire an editor to make my content on YouTube. That would just be my immediate first thing. Before I even would go full time doing this, I would hire an editor. And it's difficult because problem with my ADHD and how bad my ADHD is that if my brain is like absolutely no joy can be found in this, I can't do it. I had an email today at work that was going out of SLA. But because I had to do it, I put it off until 4:15. How long have I been streaming? On this channel, I'm coming up to 3 years in August. In general, I have streamed on and off 6 or 7 years, maybe? On and off. Not very consistently, but yeah, just that's probably been it. This is the channel that I've really stuck to. And this is the content I've really stuck to because I enjoy being a VTuber. I love being a VTuber. And I love my singing. And even though I'm bad at it. But for me, my ADHD is just so bad that the idea of doing something that I know will not give me dopamine just makes my brain hurt. It makes my brain feel horrible. But yeah, I just put this email off all day. I knew I had to do it. I had no choice, but my brain was just like, absolutely not. I had to really force myself. And at one point I was getting really bad anxiety about it because that's how it kind of manifests my procrastination sense. I just get very, very anxious. And then I'm like, I can't do this because I feel very anxious. My Kyofu Orbaku video, I damn well had a meltdown over that. I damn well had a meltdown doing that. So being a VTuber sounds so cool. I love it. I think that some people can find it stressful. It depends on why you'd want to be a VTuber. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the people that struggle the most in anything, including streaming, oh, I nearly hit the bottom, but we didn't, is people getting into it because they want to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with being like, I want to do this thing because I want to make money. But I think then you look at the wrong things. Like, I don't have my viewership up on my Twitch. I know some people who watch their viewership. But I don't like people mentioning it in chat. I don't like looking at it. Yeah, I think that if you have the opportunity to do it, then do it professionally. I don't think you should go into anything thinking you'll do it professionally. Not anything, any hobbies. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really want to make dice. I don't want to make dice because I want to sell them. I don't want to make dice because I want to own a dice shop one day. I want to make dice because I want to have fun making dice. And if it turns out I'm good enough to do it and do it professionally, then I'll do that. But the very inception of an idea should always be to have fun. That's my belief in life. The very inception of anything that you do hobby-wise should always be to have fun. But how people have fun is very different. Some people have fun being ultra competitive. Some people have fun not doing that. Yeah, I think so. I think that like the thing is, they always do, people do these posts on Twitter sometimes where they're like, this is how to improve your content. And I always ignore them because I'm like, I know how to improve my own content. Because I watch my content. I watch on my lunch breaks, I watch my streams back. While I'm eating my lunch. And I know where to improve. But but it is, yeah, it's being consistent with everything. I need to consistently put covers up. I need to consistently do this, that, and the other. I also have ADHD. So I've got two things working against me. But I feel I took like quite a break after my tooth extraction. I had my wisdom tooth out on last month. Between February and March. Had my tooth ripped out. and had to have a break for that. First of all, for the amount of pain that I was in. I don't think I explained this to chat at any point, but my tooth was literally in half in my mouth for, yeah, for a long time. And it was so bad. It was so bad. And my tooth still hasn't healed, but, or the hole where my tooth once was hasn't healed. But during that time, I really sat down and I thought to myself, do I want to keep doing this? I was like, yeah, I do. There's so many things I want to do that I haven't done yet. It's why it's like I'm organizing my first massive collab for my birthday this year and stuff like that. And it's like, I did the charity stream. The charity stream was crazy. The Mario Kart thing, yeah. I want to get so many people in on that. And there's so many people I have to ask and be very shy about asking. But I'm planning this way in advance, you know. But oh, I want to host a Mario Kart tournament for my birthday. It's the sort of thing that it's like, and when I did my charity stream last, like 2 weeks ago, that kind of gave me such a push because my brain was like, first of all, I streamed 5 days in a week. I've never consistently streamed 3 days in a week, but I streamed for 5 days that week, and Mario Kart 8 it would be. It wouldn't be Crossworlds. Despite that, I think Crossworlds would be out by the time my birthday. My birthday is the 1st of July. And I think, is the Switch to June 15th or something like that? Not 64? No? No, not 64. I don't like Mario Kart. Oh, it's not I don't like Mario Kart 64. It's that I'm not... I feel like, by its very nature, Mario Kart 8 just has more variety. And more functionality for, like, setting things up. Double Dash would be incredible, but again, like, it's setting stuff up. So I have to be right on the edge, basically. But I was so proud of myself. I thought that I did so well doing the charity stuff. I think that we raised a lot of money for animals, which I'm very passionate about. Oh, that was awful. I have ADHD. I have the patience to play Jump King. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I have patience. Not really. But I said I would do it. So, unfortunately, I have to do it. Fire? Ooh. Spicy. Oh no! That sucked. Never try and guess the things I have the ability, the capability to do with my ADHD. Some stuff is like, no. Some stuff is like, really? You can do that? And you were doing so well. I was. I'm jumping too high there. I need to do like a half jump. There we go. Sometimes it's like, it looks like a superpower when the hyperfixation fits. Yeah. The stuff that I can do when I'm hyperfixated on anything is insane. I'm like a completely different person. I'm like... If I could choose my hyperfixations, that would be great. That's my biggest issue, is that I can't choose what I hyperfixate on. There'll be things like moss. And then it'll be things like improving my singing. One of those things is much more useful to me than the other. But here we are. Why do I keep doing that one? Nope. Still bitter about missing your singing. Sounds fun. I will do another karaoke. That's not. And I have a YouTube channel full of my covers. Not full, but there's like 7 covers on there. I often try and think about which my favorite is. Careful or Baku is probably my favorite. I had the most fun recording that one. I think Echo is pretty good, but nobody listened to it, so. Which I'm not bitter about. They can't all be bangers. And Heaven did so much better than I thought it would. Heaven is insanely popular, which is a little bit crazy to me, but... Go for Baku was also pretty popular, so I can't really complain too much. I know Opus still needs to tell me what I need to cover for his, because he did a £50 donation, so he gets to choose my next cover. I'm working on Sonic soon, recording all of that. Like I said, all of my Sonic EP instrumentals are done now, so that's crazy. I'm gonna do some covers, and then I'm in the unique position where I'm gonna do a cover of stuff like Dreams of an Absolution, which is Silver's theme. And every night I will save your life, and every night I will be with you. It'll sound better than that. I was just letting you know what it sounded like. It sounded like that, but like if that was infinitely better. And then when I go to SonicCon in November, I get to meet the person who wrote and sang that song, which is gonna be crazy. And I'm definitely not going to show them my version. Kyofu or Baku. It'll be the one with the bright yellow and the silly drawing of me in the middle. Or Kyofu or back, I guess is actually how it's written. Oh no! Whoever you're going with, we'll show them instead. My husband would not do that to me. I'm going with my husband, I'm going with Papa, and I'm going with Lauren. There's like a whole group of us. All of them I trust to not do that to me. But it was crazy that I've got people to go. Oh, I'm sorry, Papa, but you are not showing Bentley Jones my cover. You will not embarrass them by showing me a horrible cover of me doing a horrible version of their song that is so good. I refuse. I'm looking forward to it though. We're gonna book like an Airbnb so that we can all stay together. It's gonna be so good. We got after tickets as well. Oh, hydrate, thank you. We got like after show tickets as well. So we're gonna, after the con, we got like a rave to go to. Sonic themed rave. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I think that I'm really looking forward to it. And Papa, you've worked on most of my covers. What would you say your favorite cover of mine is? Question I have never asked you before. And now I'm worried about the answer. Nope. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, at any point, all of the music in the background that you can vaguely hear is all from Armored Core. Probably Ite. Ite was fun. I had a lot of fun doing Ite. It was my first time singing a song in Japanese, like covering a song in Japanese. The music video is incredible. I think that's my favorite music video by far that we've done. I know what I want my next cover to be, but as I said, I have to wait for Opus to tell me what he wants my next cover to be. I might work on that while he comes up with a decision. Because, yeah, I really want to record something. I would love to record something this weekend, probably. Just because I haven't done anything since Echo. Don't you have a Sonic album? Oh, yeah. You're actually incredibly correct. I should probably do the Sonic album recording. But yeah, all the music that I've been playing today is from Armored Core. Which, like, to listen to is one of my favorite soundtracks. Like, just the vibe to. Like, Armored Core just has such good music. Kind of nutty how good Armored Core music is, I'm not gonna lie. And if From Software could be extremely cool about the fact that I've used a lot of their music today, I would appreciate it. Nope, that's gonna fuck. Yep. You're right, I should probably do my first Sonic track. I could do that tomorrow. That's easy. Well, not easy. I'm kind of stressed about it because I want it to be really good. And it's my first time, like, working on something that I'm gonna release, if that makes sense. So... because I'm gonna like try and get it on Spotify and things like that. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get it on Spotify and stuff like that. I'm gonna actually publish it. I'm going to commission artwork for the cover and things like that. So I think I know what I want the cover artwork to be. So just finding someone to do it. I think I know actually who I want to do my album cover art. I just need to contact them and find out if they'd be willing to do it. I have a lot of artwork I need to get done. I have a new outfit to commission, so I got that to do. I need to finish the design for said outfit. One step at a time. Yeah, I need to finish. Basically, we need to get the design finished for the outfit, and then we'll commission the outfit. And then it will... I think that would be cool. Bird outfit. Same artist. I don't think I'm gonna... I think I've discussed this before. I like my model too much to probably commission a different artist at this point. Like, for me, I spent decent money on my model. And I mean, the artwork is really good. And I don't necessarily think I will get artwork that I'm happy with that is better than this without spending like 5 times the amount that I paid for this model. So I'm like, I don't really think I need a new artist. Like, so I paid like 300 and something for this model, for this art. And I think unless I were to pay like over $1,000 for a new piece of artwork, I don't think I'm gonna get anything nearly as good as quality as this. Or like that I like personally as well. So I think I'm probably gonna stick with SamaLilia until I win the Euro Millions tonight and end up with a buck ton of cash. I think it's so important to have Ite is pretty far also. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for listening as well. You didn't have to do that. I apologize that you had to. I like Kyofu. I also really like the song. Ite is also pretty good. I like Ite. I think Ite is one of my favorite songs anyway. So I put a lot of effort into it. I think I could probably do a better job now. I really want to do a cover of Unravel. I realized the other day we were thinking about maybe putting like some Japanese songs into my karaoke. And we were thinking about what songs I would actually be able to perform, like straight Japanese. Without sort of, with Ite especially, there was a lot of pausing and being like, okay, how do we say this? How do we write this down? How do we work this out so that I can sing it correctly? Because my least favorite Japanese word to say is in Ite. So, really difficult. And we realized, or I realized, that the only song I really know well enough in Japanese that I would just be able to sing it straight is Unravel. Oh, and potentially Rewrite by Asian Kung Fu Generation. The other stuff, it would just end up sounding really bad. So... But like, Unravel is just like classic. And I'm emo enough that I've listened to Unravel enough that I... Oh no! Okay. But I'm proud, like, I used to have a cover of Echo on my old channel from when I was a U-Tite, and I listened. As soon as I was done working on Echo, we compared the two. 2 Vocaloid songs out of 7. Are you listening to those, or did you make them at request? I love Vocaloid. I said in my Echo thing, Echo's a classic, I had to cover Echo. I absolutely adore Vocaloid. I'm big on Vocaloid, so. Wawaka was my favorite producer. And, you know, he's no longer alive, which is very sad for me. I also really love Mitchie M. Mitchie M's excellent. Big fan of Mitchie M, but like Wawaka, for sure. I was thinking about doing a cover of Rolling Girl. Love Rolling Girl. I couldn't do Unknown Unknown Mother Goose because Unknown Mother Goose is so fast. I also really love Neko Bolo or Sass Anomaly. And Mbuna. Mbuna obviously became Yorishika, who I'd covered Ite from. So, big fan of things like First Train and Kafka and things like that. So, and Deep Sea Girl or Deep Sea Lily. There's too many vocalized songs that start with Deep Sea. Heard Wawaka is really good. I'm scared to listen mostly Mother Goose because I'm like, what if I don't like it? If you don't like it, then you don't like it. Fine. But if you do like it, then I suggest you listen to his band Hitori, who are Hitorie, because there's an E at the end. Hitorie. Because they're very, very, very good. And their stuff without Wawaka has been really good. Although it took me ages to come round on this stuff without Wawaka. Like I emotionally had to really come round on it. I'm so devastated by Wawaka's death that I listened to their first take where they did Unknown Mother Goose live and dedicated it to Wawaka, and every time I listen to that I cry, and I'm still like really devastated. It's so strange. Grieving someone you've never met is like kind of strange to me, but that's one of the ones where I feel like I'll always have a tinge of sadness when I listen to their stuff, because I listen to things like Unknown Mother Goose and I hear someone who's just desperate for their music to be heard and loved. And I think that I know so many musicians in my life where that's been the same. And I don't know. I get really sad about it. Yeah, so that was during, they often play Unhappy Refrain, or they play Rolling Girl, or they play, what's the other one they normally do? They normally do at like Vocaloid concerts. They also normally do dance hall, World's End Dance Hall, or Two-Faced Lovers. Two-Faced Lovers was, I think, the first one they did after Wawaka died, or I think it might have actually been Unknown Mother Goose. I'm trying to remember now. Remember watching it. But like, yeah, sometimes I just listen to his music and I'm just like, fuck. It's so sad. Really good though. Yeah, they're excellent pieces of music. Man, the Armored Core soundtrack, if the Amen break hadn't been created, would be horrible. Really good, though. They are very good. I agree. I think that Rolling Girl, I think, was the first Wawaka song I ever heard. So I have a real sentimental feeling towards it. For Hitori, his band, my favorite song by them is probably a song called Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk's very good. I also really like what's one of the other ones I really like? Their version of Unknown Mother Goose, so the one where Wawaka sings on it is really good. Two Hearts, One Beat or something like that, I think is really good as well. I can see the music videos in my head, but I can't think what the songs are called. Then they did the 86 opening. That's a really good song. But yeah, Yeah. It's sad. I get sad sometimes just thinking about Walker. I'm like, damn. So young. I think he was 32 when he died. So young. Think about covering any other Vocaloid songs. First Train to Kafka almost certain. First Train and Kafka is almost certainly on that list. I would like to cover Lag Train. I would also like to cover Goodbye Sengen. I think that would be really good. What else would I like to cover? I'm trying to think now. But yeah, Goodbye Sengen's probably quite high on that list. I would quite like to cover... Love Machine's good. Yeah, I like Love Machine. That's really good. Fakery Tale, which is a bit of a deep cut, but Fakery Tale I would really like to do. There's one that Papa showed me recently that I'm trying to remember what the song was called. I'd like to do Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole's really good. Evil's Chronicle? I don't remember that one. Although when I read it, all I can think of is the Mothy series. The Mothy stuff would be really good. Daughter of Evil and things like that. What's the betting that this is just slightly not a full jump? You know what I mean? Oh, it was slightly not a full jump. No! Ugh. Ugh. Fine. Didn't send us that far down. Regret Message. I'm outing myself as someone who listens to a lot of old Vocaloid. Yeah, the Servant of Evil, yeah. So Daughter of Evil I would really like. Regret Message is really good as well, that I quite like. That's Servant of Evil, isn't it? And then Daughter of Evil is... no, that is... No. The one with Daughter of Evil, that's... I was like, really thinking. So Regret Message is the one where they put the message in the bottle. That's Daughter of Evil. Love Me. Oh, Aishite would be really... That would be a really good song to do. Aishite, mata mata. Miku or Tato? Empapa is definitely on Tato. Because he loves Tato. I know he does. But I gotta stand with my girl Miku. I gotta love my girl Miku. Empapa, can we do a cover of Triple Baka together? Chat disconnected? Chat, why are you disconnected? Why are you disconnected, chat? Just like the goofiness around Tato? That's fair. I get that. Oh, we successfully reconnected to YouTube chat. I don't know why YouTube chat died for a second. I like the I like the design of Tato. I think it's really cool, especially the new one. Chat was somewhere new. Fuck it. Fuck me. What is this? What is that? That's a pretty crazy thing to... I like, I know Empapa's, one of Empapa's favorites is, Mayu. He quite likes Mayu. That's a big vocaloid for him. He quite likes I Fantasy as well for from Seiyu, sorry. Whew. Let's see what we got. Ah! So lucky. Shitter takanai, shitter takanai, shitter takanai, shitter takanai, shitter takanai. Bam ba dum ba da 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 da. It is fucking catchy. And everything about that song is insane. I do be gaming. No! Okay, that's fine. Oh, I would love to do Hikario. I would love to do Hikario. I would absolutely adore to do that song. That's a banger of a song. No! I'm determined to get to that bit there. No! Right, let's try and hyper-focus on this. Let's... I did it! Chat, look at me! I'm gaming! I'm officially stuck here, but I'm gaming. let me just do that. Yay! Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Oh, I'm gaming. Oh. I'm actually really proud of myself. I'm like, I've done good. Now I'm impressed. Thank you. I'm getting there. I'm understanding the game now. Right, that's not gonna work. Just... Okay. I might actually finish this game one day, chat. Wouldn't that be great? Right, I need to time that jump. It can't be a full jump. It has to be like a... I believe this is from Fires of Rubicon. Okay, okay, I can get it. I do need to stop at some point. I feel like this would be a good place to stop. Actually, now that I think about it. Alright. Let's actually... That's a really good point. This would be a very good place to stop. Just because when I start again... It's not actually 3 hours. That includes the 1 hour and 50 something that I did. Ah! White! It is the Fire Rubicons. It's contact with you. Let me have a look. Let me go to Twitch and see who we can raid. Thank you for coming to the show today, though, guys. I'm live again tomorrow with stuff. With stuff. We're gonna be eating hot sauce, and I will work out a way of making eating hot sauce really interesting. But I'm probably gonna really hurt myself. So if you want to know what that sounds like when I really hurt myself, then thank you for coming to the show. We'll raid Marigato. Marigato has raided us before and we've never returned the favor, so we'll raid them. Oh, do not allow you to raid it this time. Okay, we will not raid them. Let me have a look. Let's do Mia. Have fun, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. And I'll definitely see you all tomorrow. Yeah, denied. But thank you for coming to the show. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I'll see you all later. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.